All right. So good morning, everyone. It's so great to feel the buzz of energy still carrying on from last night. So thank you all so much for managing to get a little sleep, I hope, and make it back here for what's going to be an awesome day together. So I am Kate Williams. I'm CEO of 1% for the Planet. And I basically want to take what I wrote, like drop it back here and say, Caroline Duell, could you come on back up here and rock the house again? So let's have a hand for Caroline for such a great opener last night. But I'll stick with the plan. And I do want to start with just my deepest gratitude. Gratitude to all of you for being members. Gratitude for being here today, for making the choice to be here. And just thank you for your work in the world. I know you've already been talking to each other, and we're going to be hearing today. There's so much that's going on here that's just amazing. And today is really deeply about gratitude. You're an amazing group. You're part of an amazing movement. And we're really thrilled about our time here together in Portland to celebrate this and to continue the work together. So we're about 335 strong today. And you have traveled from far and near, representing 7 countries and 25 US states. So thank you for traveling far. We work in the outdoor, natural food, beer, construction, apparel, and legal industries, and many more. And we come here together today around our shared commitment to creating a positive future for our planet. We're a movement of change makers. And we're here to learn with each other and to gain new skills and perspectives, and also, importantly, to build new and strengthen existing connections. As a movement, we drive change not just by our individual actions, but by the tremendous power of our collective action. And today's about energizing and deepening this collective power that we have. So hold on to your hats. It's going to be a powerful day. So let's start by getting oriented to the shape and momentum of our network. In 2018, we engaged 600 new members globally. This represents the largest growth in the history of 1% for the Planet, and I know some of you new members are part of that, so huge hand. And we're super excited about the fact that about 280 of these new members are from outside the US. And this is also our most significant growth globally to date. And that's really exciting because it showcases the global power of this movement that we're building. And we're also diversifying into new industries, which is really interesting and fun and powerful as well. So just some examples. New member Path to Luma joined from the mobile gaming industry. Unicy Shipping brought our movement to the overseas freight shipping industry. Pro Sound Effects joined as our first sound effects library. And right here in Portland, we welcomed our first Airbnb member, the Portland Villa, who I think is in the house, as well as our first student gap year company, Focus Climate Gap Year. And the data is really clear, as I'm sure you all know, that the diversity of any group increases its effectiveness and resilience. And our network is increasingly beautifully diverse in terms of geography, in terms of industries, in terms of company size, and so much more. And it's a really powerful thing. And it's so powerful that we're driving record impact. So in 2018, we certified close to 25 million in giving to more than 1,700 nonprofits. That's the so what. So that is awesome. And that is your number. So that number is the aggregate total of every donation that our smallest company and our biggest company made all together. And you all own that number. This is your impact. And that is really amazing. And it's a significant level of growth over our prior year, 25% more than prior year. So this is awesome. And we're really proud of you and so honored to get to work with you. And this number contains literally thousands of amazing on-the-ground stories. So each dollar of this is going to an on-the-ground project. So just to talk about a few, Fisher's Island Oyster Farm in New York is supporting the Billion Oyster Project, working in the Long Island Sound to reseed oyster beds that are cleaning the ocean at a rate of 50 gallons per day per oyster. And just to give you some context about how important this is, the whole Chesapeake Bay used to be cleaned by its native oysters once a week. So what the Fisher's Island Oyster Project and Billion Oyster Project are doing is bringing this ancient natural wisdom back to the Long Island Sound. 1% for the Planet is a part of that. At a broader scale, the nonprofit Rainforest Rescue in Australia has received support from several 1% for the Planet members to purchase property, plant tens of thousands of trees, and literally successfully bring a decimated area back to life as a thriving rainforest. Another 1% for the Planet story. And I could spend all day and tomorrow and the next day telling the thousands of stories that happened just in 1 year alone on the ground through this impact that you are creating. So you're driving real change all over the world every day. So we're a growing and diversifying network, and we're accomplishing a lot together. But what I love most about us is that we're not really satisfied with this. We know that our planet still needs our most ferocious efforts. We know that because our planet needs us, we need to double down and really lead. We had a great conversation, which many of you were here for last night, with Patagonia and 1% for the Planet founder, Yvon Chouinard. And he shared with us his insights about breaking the rules, about following our passions, and about taking a stand. Yvon and Patagonia have demonstrated that it's good business to have a point of view and to act on it. A recent study by the Global Strategy Group found that 8 in 10 consumers want companies to take a stand. And Patagonia is not the only major brand that's taking bold stances. Nike moved their New York retail flagship store out of a Trump-owned property and launched an ad campaign featuring Colin Kaepernick, taking on Trump directly about social issues. And Nike was quoted by the Wall Street Journal stating that their sales increased by 10% in the quarter following this ad. And within the 1% for the Planet movement, there are countless examples of brands taking a stand for the planet. And this is where I once again want to take what I've written, toss it over my shoulder and say, Caroline Dewell, why don't you come on up here and rock the house again? All Good is one great example of a brand taking a stand. But there are many, many brands in our network who are doing this, showing that taking action can lead not only to positive change, but to company growth. So some examples of this. Sombra Mezcal. Sombra has built a brand with the intent to do business better. Rather than dumping the agave waste from the production of their mezcal, they turn that waste into architectural bricks and use them to build homes for the local community in Oaxaca, Mexico. Sombra started with the small act of wanting to find a better use of their byproduct and ended with a profound community and environmental impact of using upcycling to directly address community needs. Kota Lee is another great example. Kota Lee is a high-end French cosmetics company that uses natural, sustainably sourced ingredients in its products. They formulate their products for women who don't want to choose between glamour and ecology. Their giving partnerships exemplify that business and brand objectives can really knit together to create change. They contribute to initiatives ranging from reforestation to the creation of a sustainable, organic, and fair trade shea butter industry. As a 1% for the Planet member, Kota Lee just recommitted to planting 1 million more trees with the National Forest Foundation. So as has been the case throughout my remarks, I could continue with literally hundreds of examples of brands, of you taking a stand, aligning your business and philanthropy objectives to truly take action. This is what 1% for the Planet is about. Our movement is those thousands of on-the-ground stories and partnerships of companies embodying activism and that consumers increasingly demand and that our planet needs. Our movement and our brand awareness are growing, and it is from this context that our 2019 campaign has emerged. As many of you have already heard via email, on Earth Day, we will be launching our Be 1% Better campaign. This is a way to really punch our message that everyone has a 1%, to punch our belief that we can all make choices to enact our 1% every day. And I want to take a few minutes just to share this campaign with you because it's going to be a really great way to bring our energy from today to life in the future. So our goal is that this campaign helps our members, you, tell your respective stories of impact and inspiration and activism, making it clear that you're truly leading by example. And we've designed the campaign so that you can call on your respective audiences to do more with you. All of you have already decided that to be at least 1% better every day by being part of this movement is who you are, is what you do. And we all know that bringing our 1% together is where our real power lies. And we need everyone if we're going to really turn things around. And this is where the Be 1% Better messaging comes into play. Through shared messaging and collective communication across our network, we can make sure that more and more individuals realize that when they go shopping, when they choose an accountant, when they build a house, when they work with a real estate agent, when they go to their local craft brewery, that they can decide to be 1% better. They can decide to shop 1% better, to drink 1% better, to eat 1% better, even to pay their taxes 1% better. And they can do it every day. We can do it every day. We can do it every day. Through this campaign, we're tapping the strength and passion of our movement, of all of you, and of all of the people who are with us in spirit, to make this broad engagement possible. So kicking off on Earth Day and extending for months after, you'll see this creative coming to life through the 1% for the Planet communication channels, and we'll look forward to seeing it in yours as well. Most of you have already received a full suite of world-class creative, including flat assets, customizable assets, videos, and so much more, along with a timeline that outlines how you can align efforts. We're also hosting various events, from a 1% for the Planet benefit concert at the Brooklyn Bowl in New York on May 8th, to retail activations throughout May, to a day of action in June. We'll be encouraging all of you and the general public to get out, to roll up sleeves, and to pitch in. And we're sure that you will, as always, come up with additional really fun ways to bring the campaign to life, and we're super psyched to support you in that. So the bottom line, this campaign is for you. We've strategically developed it so that you can easily leverage and customize the creative to spread your thousands of unique 1% for the Planet messages, to share with your consumers how you are taking a stand for the planet and how they can help. We're at the ready to help you anytime and look forward to this opportunity to be unstoppable together. So let's start by being our best unstoppable collective selves today, right here through this work. So as you've already heard, our theme for this summit is movement building. Building a movement is a powerful form of action, and we're here today to act. So how to go about that? Because I know it can feel like, cool, we're just like sitting back and we're going to absorb a lot of information. You don't get to do that. You don't get to just sit back. Logistically, there are going to be panels, there's going to be speakers, there's going to be breakouts, as well as a lot of time for networking, which you have already demonstrated that you're really good at. And we encourage you to use it all. It's all part of the process, to learn, to connect, to spark new ideas, to build new collaborations. But most importantly, I encourage you to approach today like in the ready position, on the balls of your feet. Today is not about looking backward. We really want you to feel celebrated for all that you've accomplished. But today is not like looking in the rearview mirror and feeling great about what we've done. Today is about feeling really galvanized by the mastery of what we've done, but also by the extent to which our planet really needs us to take the gloves off and really get to work. So Swedish teenager Greta Thunberg has become a hero of mine, and she has risen to fame as the face of the youth climate movement. And here's what she said to world leaders in Davos in January. She said, "I don't want your hope. I want you to panic, and then I want you to act." And I'm actually going to amend that to say, let's use our hope spots, thank you, Caroline, to pull through our most ferocious actions for the planet and for future generations who deserve our best effort. One of our amazing French members said it perfectly at our European summit last fall. She said, we are 1% for the planet, but we're 100% for our children. So let's keep that in mind as we dive into the day ahead. And before we dive in too far, and that's going to happen soon, I want to go back to the theme of gratitude, because there are a lot of people to thank for just really making today possible. So I first want to thank our incredible sponsors. You got your beautiful little scout books in your bag, and they're all listed there. You can see them here. They provided the financial support that enables us to put on this event. And I want to just call out a few who have really doubled down and made a difference. So our headline sponsors are Gooder and Montraband. Our happy hour sponsors are Boochcraft and Mother Jones. Our meal sponsors are Good Culture and Stasher. And our after party, it's going to be a long day. Stay fired up. Our after party sponsors are Classic Hotels and Resorts and Proud Source Water. So huge round of applause for all of our sponsors. And then we also, again, referring to the goodie bags and so much more, we had many in-kind sponsors who are keeping us well-fed, well-hydrated, well-equipped throughout the day and beyond. So huge round of applause for our in-kind sponsors as well. And then last but not least, I want to just say a tremendous thank you for the amazing 1% for the Planet staff team. This team right here puts on not only this event, but they also support all of our global activity. They fit in that one little selfie with Amanda's long arm taking the picture. But please give a huge round of applause to our staff for their amazing work.